Hi guys, John the firearms instructor, and welcome back to our channel. Today it's all about dry firing. We're going to do some dry firing tips, and we're going to show you a few through the camera and set this thing up to make sure you understand how to dry fire. We're going to show you a good way, we're going to show you a bad trigger pull, a good trigger pull, a low and left trigger pull through dry firing to help you understand how to analyze what you're doing with the weapon and work on your dry firing skills. We'll be right back. I'll set everything up. All right guys, I've got the video all flipped up, the camera flipped, and I'm going to be doing some dry firing. Dry firing is not a hard thing to do, just got to get the concept of it. So I am going to rack the slide of this Glock 43X, and I'm going to put a couple shots, dry firing shots down range. I just want you to see what I'm talking. So if you look here, we want to make sure that we're focusing on our sights, and this is what it should look like really, guys. We want to have those back posts blurry, front post crystal clear, and having it a 6 o'clock hold. So let's go ahead and put a couple shots down range here and just slowly press the trigger. Catch that bobble, guys. The bobble is what we're trying to eliminate as much as we can, and the way to do that is with a slow trigger engagement. So I'm going to push this up back in front of us, line it up, and slowly press the trigger. These are great isolation trigger drills. It teaches trigger travel, how much the trigger moves, how much you need to do. Let's demonstrate a couple of what I would consider shots that would be not ideal. So let's go ahead and stick it up here, and let's kind of bring our front post up just a little higher. You can see the front post is higher than the back post, so those would impact high up here on the target, which you wouldn't want to do. So let's go ahead and show you a low one as well. There's the front post is lower than the back post, which would cause us a lot of problems as well. And let's go ahead and show you an anticipation shot by slamming the trigger. There, do you see how that happens? And that's common for people to slam the trigger versus press the trigger. So let's do it again. See how my hands dipped during the shot? That's why it's so important, guys, that we use enough trigger finger to run the pistol, but not too much trigger finger that we're making the pistol do something we don't want it to do. Because when most people are engaging a trigger, the trigger itself, I'm just doing this one hand, it gets pulled off to one side or the other as you're applying pressure. It keeps wanting to drift. That's why it's so important when you put a hand together, your dominant hand is 40% of the grip and your non-dominant hand is 60%. And you lock it in, drive it out, and slowly press the trigger. It's gonna stay level. Tired of me saying it, you're tired of hearing it, but a level pistol shoots level. And you have to control the pistol to shoot the pistol. The more you do some odd grip like this already, this is that thumb buried kit, right? This actually causes the bullet to go down. See how I'm like pulling down on the front of the post? Because my thumb is becoming the wedge, and I'm not touching the firearm with this hand at all. But if we put our hand in here, put our pressure on that left side, the thumbs are along for the ride, guys. And slowly press. That becomes a lot easier for you to do. Try this dry fire. Now you don't need to be at the range to dry fire, but you physically have to be somewhere where the bullets aren't. So if you're in your home, you take your pistol, you unload it, you verify it's unloaded, and you go to some other room. You could use a light switch, you could use a piece of paper, you could use anything else. I'm just using this target today because it's on the range. And practice that dry firing, because dry firing itself will help you understand trigger travel. And the reason why I would grab the Glock today is that Glock has that trigger safety, which is right there. That has to be engaged first. And then the Glock's trigger is really a stiff trigger, I would say. It's not the easiest trigger to manipulate backwards in a slow manner. Take the slack out until the weapon fires. It's sort of similar to, I want you to watch. I'm just applying pressure, guys. I'm just applying pressure till the weapon cut. What you don't want is this. What you don't want is that, because that's going to cause, when the trigger comes back, it's going to want to pull over to the side unless you're really stiff. And then what you don't want is that pull down and anticipation, because there's your low and left shot. Here it is again. Low and left shots. Let's do it with two hands. I'm letting the weapon bend at my wrist, which I should not do. And then I boom, and there's where it would go. It is a slow cadence. The more slower we do the cadence, the easier it is for us. Keep the weapon level, keep it in front of your hand, and slowly press the trigger. The more you do this, you're confusing your brain, and the brain's saying, hey, I thought that was gonna go bang. And it's internally want to anticipating the recoil. Give dry fire a drill. Give the dry fire drill a try. I think it will help you with your accuracy at the range. Let me go back to my face and we'll be right back. All right, guys, you can see the dry firing is something that you can put in your portfolio and work on. It's low cost in ammo. You don't shoot any ammo. It's low cost in time. It doesn't take long. We did this video in about 5 minutes because I was talking. But you could do 10, 12, 15 dry fires a day and not hurt you at all. But it'll help you understand trigger travel, help you understand trigger manipulation, and help you understand how to keep the gun level. Try dry firing with one hand. Try dry firing with your non-dominant hand and two hands together. You'll find you'll be more accurate one way or the other. And you will understand how much travel that trigger will have prior to the weapon cutting. And this is the best education you can have, because trigger manipulation causes more of the problems than anything else. If you find any value in any of the videos we do, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And every time we upload a video just like this one, you'll be the first to know. Until next time, guys, God bless, be safe, and remember, you are your first line of defense. I love you guys. We'll see you.